morning. I need a bucket of coffee, but I'm so excited because we're doing my 2024 plan today, and there is barely anything I love more than planning, which is really sad. I had like a full identity breakdown the other day because I was thinking about this and I was like, am I just not a fun person? Like, do I need some new hobbies? Is this sad? Don't answer, don't tell me. Anyway, in my last video I did my yearly reset where I did some decluttering and just some reflecting on my goals and just my 2023 as a whole. So I really dug in and I figured out what I loved about 2023, what I didn't love, what I did, what I didn't do, just so I can now have a really clear head of where I want to head. Like, what do I want to pour more of my energy into in 2024. So now we're here and I feel like I've got a really good sense of what I want, but now we're just gonna dive into that fully. So I've got some journaling prompts, a really cool exercise that really helps me to like see what I want in a very simple way, and it's very visual. It's amazing. And then I want to obviously plan out my goals. I also want a wish list this year. I also want to pick my word of the year, create a vision board. We've got lots to do. So I'm very excited. In case you're new here, hi, I'm Nika. I'm usually way more awake than this, but I make videos all about self-development. So if you wanna improve your life and get some info, some systems, some to-do lists of how to do that, you've come to the right place. So if you like this video, I would love for you to stick around and subscribe. If you're nosy, I also have my Instagram where I share more of like my personal life. So you can also check that out. Alrighty, without further ado, let's get into some planning. So I'm starting this 2024 plan just by looking over my 2023 review just to remind myself, and then I'm just gonna brainstorm some wishes and goals that I can already think of, and that will just make my planning later on a lot easier and more straightforward. When I'm planning like my 2024 goals, I really like to break them down into smaller steps so that I'm not overwhelmed. And I also like to break down what I need to do and what I need to learn in order to get there. And there's obviously so many amazing resources out there. One that I really love is Skillshare. I've used it for years, and this video is actually sponsored by them, which is so cool. If you don't know what Skillshare is, it's basically the largest online learning community for creatives, and they have such a wide variety of topics. They basically have everything to make your 2024 goals possible. Like if you want to turn your passion, your hobby into a paycheck, kickstart your side hustle. Like, I've learned so much about content creation, social media, or like email marketing. You can learn how to open an Etsy store. You can learn more about productivity and time management. Like, it's really such a great resource to have when you're trying to make your goals happen and you're either like expanding on the talent you already have or you need to learn something new. Like, it's really great. I'm currently watching a class by Isis Brianna. It's called Build Your Dream Business, Craft Your Purpose and Online Presence, which I feel like is really gonna help me to like grow in my career and just like become better at what I do, which is obviously something I really want to focus on in the next year. If you want to try out Skillshare, the first 500 people who click on my link down below will get a 1-month free trial for Skillshare. So it's really an incredible way to try it out and learn something new. So I'll have that in my description box so you can check it out. And thank you so much to Skillshare for sponsoring. Alrighty, let's get on with the planning. We're gonna get started with one of my favorite exercises of all time when it comes to like planning your goals or just a new period of your life, a new chapter, because it involves some reflecting, which I feel like is necessary, but it's also very visual and very like organized, because sometimes we have so many ideas of like what we want to do, goals we want to set, and it just can get a little overwhelming, and this just makes it so simple. So the exercise is called the Wheel of Life. It's a drawn out wheel, and then it has different categories of your life to kind of make up your whole life. Just type into Google like the Wheel of Life and choose one that works for you. I'll link the one that I'm using down below. If you want to do this with me, feel free to download it and like we can do it together, because I feel like I love doing stuff like this with my friends, so please join me. Okay, so this is how mine looks like. So as you can see, it has like different categories and then numbers from 1 to 10. So what you want to do is mark where you feel like you are right now, like your satisfaction levels, and then you're gonna mark where you want to be. So then when you're finished and you see this whole Wheel of Life, you can tell which categories have the biggest gap between them, and that's the ones you really want to focus on. And that really helps me to then plan my goals, because I like to plan my goals in categories. So I just use these categories because clearly that's what I want to focus on. Does that make sense? I hope so. Okay, money and finances. So I feel like this year I'm like at a 7. I've got an emergency fund, I've got a budget, which I mostly ignored this year. I didn't save that much this year. Like I just wasn't that good with my finances this year. And also I'm just not as knowledgeable as I want to be. I want to be at like a 9, which is a pretty big jump, and I know this is like one of the categories I really want to work on this year. Okay, career and work. I feel like I'm at like an 8. I'm very, very happy with how things are going right now. Like I'm loving what I'm doing here on YouTube, and I just want to fully dive in. I'm gonna be bold and I'm gonna say I want to be at a 10, because I just like, career is so important to me. It's like my hobby, it's my passion. So let's just be bold. Sure. Okay, health and fitness. I feel like I'm like at an 8.5, and I would like to be at a 9. I really figured out my health and fitness this year, and I just want to like expand a little bit, but I don't really want it to be my focus just because I feel like I've cracked it. Fun and recreation. I'm also gonna say I'm like at an 8.5, because my hobbies, I don't know how fun they are, but like I would like to go to a few more like concerts and do things like that, but I feel like I'm pretty satisfied in this category. So we'll do 8.5, and then I want to be at a 9. Environment. I'm basically living between 2 countries right now. I have my apartment in Slovenia, which is where I'm from, and then my boyfriend lives in Denmark, in Aarhus, and I basically spend half of my year here, and I kind of go back and forth. Sounds cool, like, you know, living in 2 countries, and there's so much that I'm grateful for, but it can also be a little unsettling, and like you don't really feel grounded. You kind of feel like your life is kind of up in the air all the time. And I've definitely gotten better at handling that, but I feel like in 2024 I want to like commit to actually moving here, but I want to do it like gradually. I'm gonna say I'm at an 8, and I would like to be at a 9. Like I really want to kind of figure that out this upcoming year. Community. This one I'm a little confused about. Here in Denmark, I kind of feel like an outsider a lot, and like an imposter. Like, what am I doing here? As if I'm just like waiting to just go home. And I think that's partially because I don't speak the language. I'm gonna put that at a 7. So I want to be at like an 8.5. Family and friends, I'm so happy with like my relationships that I do have, that I've had for many, many years, especially like at home. Whereas here, I don't really have that. I've definitely made some friends, but this category, it's not where I would like it to be. And my friendships are so important to me. I would put myself right now at a 7 also. I'd like to be at a 9. Partner and love. I'm gonna put this at a 9. It means so much to me. Like I can't even put it into words how much it's impacted my whole life. Let's say I want to be like an 9.5, because there's always room for improvement, and I know there's things I need to work on to make our relationship better, because we're all a little unhealthy sometimes, and relationships can really show you that. Personal growth and learning. I've honestly spent so many years putting so much of my energy and focus into this category, and now I feel like I'm at a point where I'm reaping the benefits. Of course, I'm still learning about myself, I'm still growing, I'm still like doing therapy, but I feel very satisfied in this area, and it's not really something that I'm like focused on. You know, it's like I'm happy with where I'm at. So I'm gonna put this at a 9, and I'm gonna do the same as I did for relationships. I'm gonna put it at a 9.5, because again, I know there's things I need to work on. And then spirituality, I'm gonna put myself at an 8.5. I'm just happy with where I'm at. Alrighty, so now I've got my wheel of life, obviously, and I can see exactly which categories I want to work on, so I'll just highlight them. So we've got money and finance, and then career and work, definitely community and family and friends, and then environment. So yeah, that is my wheel of life all finished. I feel like it makes so much sense, and like setting my goals is going to be so much easier. Okay, now I'm going to move on to journaling prompts, just to get some extra insight into what I want to focus on, and that will just help me to like reel everything in and have like the clearest picture of what I want. And then again, planning my goals will be so much easier. The reason why I'm doing journaling prompts as well as the exercise we just did is because they show you more of your intentions and just like your deeper why and the emotional part of setting goals, which is really important. So these are the journaling prompts that I'm using, and a few things that I realized while I was journaling that I wasn't aware of before is that I want to put more intention and more energy into basically treating myself with a bit more grace. I can be pretty hard on myself and I just want to celebrate myself better. So one of the things I'll do is have a routine where daily I just write down like one thing I'm proud of myself for, or one thing I want to celebrate myself for, just to build that routine. Another thing that I wrote down that was kind of surprising is that I want to focus more on just making sure that I'm not burning myself out. So that means like taking vacation days and having like most of my weekends off. Just because my focus for 2024 is like to expand on my career and finances, I just want to make sure that I'm treating myself well and that it's sustainable. Alrighty, so we've got a little Notion page going, which I'll walk you through. This is not how I want the system to be. I just wanted to put it all in one place right now, but I want to make like proper trackers, make it more organized, more aesthetically pleasing. So basically this is not the actual template. I will take a few weeks to make it and then I'll make a whole tour if you guys want to see that, where I can also share with you the template so you can use it, just so we can like track our goals properly and do all that. But for now, this is what we've got. So I added a little banner. I've got the journaling prompts in this page. Monthly plan and reset. This is currently empty, and it will be something I make when I make the whole system. It's just gonna be easier to track. And then I've got my 2024 theme. This is kind of like the word of the year, but I decided to do a theme because I have 2 words, and it's fulfilled success, which to me is like, obviously I want to focus more on my career and finances this year. Like that is my main focus. But I don't want to compromise my health, my happiness, my relationships, and that's why I chose fulfilled success. Basically, I don't want to live to work. You know, I want to like challenge myself and reach my goals, but I also want to have a well-rounded, fulfilling life. So that is my theme. I'll put my 2024 vision board in here. I'll make that after. And then underneath that, I've got my habits, I've got my budget, because again, I want to focus on my finances, and I know that having a budget really, really helps me with that. And then daily journaling, I already do like gratitude, and then I write like, why is today gonna be a great day? I write 3 things. And then I want to add one thing I can celebrate myself for, just because I already mentioned this, but I want to be more, I want to give myself more grace and like celebrate myself more and like really acknowledge the things that I'm doing, not just like move on straight away to other things. Okay, that brings us to my yearly goals. So I like to work in a 3x3 system. So I pick 3 categories that I want to focus on. Obviously the wheel of life already kind of decided that for me. So I've got financial, career, and then I just chose personal. So I'm putting all of the like community, environment, friends and family into that personal category, just because they go hand in hand anyway. And then I like to set up to 3 goals per category. I have 4 in my career goals, so I kind of cheated my system, but it's fine. It's okay. So for my personal category, I've got take Danish lessons. I really want to commit myself to learning Danish this upcoming year. I want to move to Aarhus, but before I do that, I want to do like a longer trial run. So that means I want to stay here for like 3 to 5 months and just really see how it is, just so it's like less scary. And then I want to see if I can sublease my apartment during that time. So I just wrote that here. Let's move on to career goals, which I'm so excited about. So the first one is 500,000 subscribers. I like to set goals like this just because they're very trackable, and like I need to do so many things to get to that point, and I wrote them down here. I'll probably break those down even more, but I want to post weekly. I want to continue to like improve my content in different ways. I want to explore and add new like topics and styles of videos. So I feel like all of that can be summarized in that like subscriber count, which sounds shallow, but it's just like that is easy for me to track, and like it simplifies things for me. And then I really want to launch a website where I can share with you guys the challenges that I make, the journaling prompts, like just have everything in one place, all of the resources that I share. When you watch a video, you can just open the website page and you have everything you need there. And I also want to do Notion templates and have those on the website. I've already shared so many with you guys, but I just want to have them all there and add some new ones. Just make some really good systems. And then I also really want to launch a course. I already have 2 ideas, and I want to make them very affordable and like a little bit shorter, so it's not like overwhelming, but I can still share way more than I do in like a YouTube video. I want to share more resources, and like I've got lots to talk about. Yeah, I'm so excited for that, and I can't wait to like dedicate myself to it and start working on it. And then we've got financial goals, which I'm a little nervous to like share just because people can be like weird, and I feel weird with like talking about it, but I need to get over it because we all deal with finances, and it's normal and also responsible to have financial goals and to want to work on that. So I just need to like get over it myself. And my finances are an area of my life where when I really dedicate myself and I'm like working on a goal, it's so satisfying to me, and I really like prove to myself that I can do it, and it really adds to my confidence. Like, I've done that 2 years ago, I think. I worked on my budget and I saved for an emergency fund, and it just made me feel so good. And I obviously have goals for myself for the future. So I just wrote down I want to have a 6-figure year. I want to make 5 figures at least like in 1 month. I've been close to hitting that, but I haven't quite gotten there, and it would just like be really cool if I can like dedicate myself and make that happen. And then I want to put 25k into my savings. That's an amount I've never saved before, so it's a bit of a challenge, but I feel like it's possible, hopefully. And I wrote down like little steps to make that easier. So I want to obviously stay on top of my budget, and then I want to create sinking funds for gifts, and then for business expenses like my accountant, my taxes, all of that, just so you're prepared for those bigger amounts that you need to pay, and that way you can like structure and organize your money better, and that makes you save more if you want to, obviously. So those are my 2024 goals. Obviously I'll like break them down more, write my why, do all of that, and I'll put that in these pages. But I'm really happy with that. I feel very clear with what I want, and I feel like all of this is possible. So it's just up to me to like dedicate myself and stick to it and really show myself that I can do it, which is a little scary but also really exciting. Below that, I've got my wish list. These are just things that I would like to do, but they're not like goals. They're not something I want to track. It's just like my wishes. So I've got some trips on here. I really want to go to a Chris Stapleton concert. I'm in my yeehaw mood, and I just really want to do that. This is so funny. I wrote, have at least one best friend here in Denmark. I mean, like someone that I'm like, oh, I feel like we'll be friends forever, and like someone you would just have that next level connection with. I would just be so grateful for that. And then I want to read ACOTAR. That is how my page looks like now, and those are all my goals. And now I'm gonna make my vision board, which I'm so excited for. I love my vision board. I just thought I would quickly show you the process. So I obviously saved the photos from Pinterest, and then I put them onto Canva. This is my 2023 vision board, and this is kind of the style I'm going for. But I just upload all the different photos into individual slides in categories. So this is like work stuff, then we've got my trips that I want to do, friendship, relationship, apartment, and then like active lifestyle, just so I can like see which photos I actually want, and then I'll place them into my vision board like this. Okay, so this is what we've got. We've got my like trips, concerts here. We've got some like friendship photos, we've got relationships, like an active life, apartments, because obviously I've like planned to move, but also I would like to save to invest into an apartment or some sort of real estate, I'm not really sure yet. And then we've got like career stuff here, so there's like a little Notion board because I want to come out with that. I'm so happy with it. Like I feel like it perfectly represents what I want, and like the fulfilled success, some balance, but we're also working on our goals and making things happen. And I feel like I've got such a clear idea of what I want, not only an idea, a plan. And the only thing that's missing is like a proper structure to track my goals and like a system to do that. So I'll obviously build that in the next 2 weeks and then make a video on that. If you guys want to see it, let me know and share with you the template so you can use it. But thank you guys so much for watching and for subscribing and being here and making like all of this happen. I'm seriously so grateful, and I'm just so excited to make more, hopefully better content for you guys in the future, in the new year. And yeah, thank you for watching this one. I'll see you in my next video. Bye!